What happens when one of the largest creatures on Earth meets its end? Beneath the waves, a breathtaking transformation unfolds, one that turns death into a flourishing underwater world. It's a process so incredible, it sounds like something out of science fiction. Surviving in the deep sea is a formidable challenge. With no sunlight, fierce competition, and limited food and nutrients, organisms in these extreme depths have evolved strange and specialized lifestyles to thrive. The majority of nutrients in the deep sea come from debris that falls from the surface waters, such as dead organisms and plant matter. These slow drizzles of organic particles, referred to as marine snow, are the primary food source in the abyss. While it may seem insufficient, it's enough to support small communities of detritivores that feed on the organic matter. However, there are rare moments when the nutrient-poor environment receives an unexpected bounty. Every now and then, a cetacean carcass sinks to the ocean floor, providing a concentrated, nutrient-rich food source. This event, known as a whale fall, draws scavengers from miles around and creates an entirely new ecosystem on the seafloor. A whale fall can support life for decades, providing everything from bacteria to larger scavengers, and serves as a miniature model of ecological succession. It's a vital event, bringing life to the otherwise desolate depths of the ocean. In 1988, University of Hawaii researchers estimated that a decomposing 40-ton whale carcass deposits nutrients equivalent to 2,000 years of marine snow over 50 square meters. In the deep ocean, where food is scarce and arrives as a slow drift, such events are remarkable. A whale fall can sustain life for decades, creating a unique island of biodiversity on the seafloor. As the carcass decomposes, it supports a diverse and evolving ecosystem, offering a vivid example of ecological succession. Over time, organisms from scavengers to specialized bacteria thrive in distinct stages, highlighting the importance of these rare yet impactful events in sustaining deep-sea life. Whale falls are nature's way of recycling life's resources in the ocean's depths. In much the same way as life on oceanic islands sees a change in its communities over time, the stages of whale decomposition support a number of different scavenger communities over time. And just like islands, whale falls are hotspots of adaptive radiation, the process in which organisms rapidly diversify from an ancestral species into a multitude of new forms. This is because the new resources provided by whale falls alter the ways in which deep-sea creatures interact with one another and open up new niches for organisms to occupy. As a result, many new species that appear to be specialized to living exclusively at whale falls have been discovered during recent studies. These findings suggest that whale falls may help to generate biodiversity on the seafloor. It begins at the surface. Soon after death, the insides of the whale begin to decompose. As decay sets in, gases cause the body to expand and float up to the ocean surface, where it's scavenged by sharks and seabirds. But once these gases escape, the whale's body begins to sink into the sunless void of the deep sea. Once it settles on the ocean floor at depths of 1 kilometer or more, it can be classified as a whale fall. Now begin the 4 key stages of ecological succession, each supporting its own distinct communities of life. After the carcass comes to rest on the ocean floor, life arrives at the scene in a matter of hours. Mobile scavengers, such as hagfish and sharks, are lured by the scent of death and swim from afar to consume the soft tissue and blubber. Hagfish use their dental plates to burrow deep into the carcass or bite off chunks of food. While they eat, they twist their bodies into a knot, passing the knot along their body to increase the power of their bite. This allows them to tear flesh from even the toughest of meals. This stage is characterized by larger organisms visiting the carcass, such as the sleeper shark, which can grow to nearly 7 meters in length. In a matter of months, the carcass is stripped clean, down to the bone. However, in the nutrient-poor ecosystem of the deep sea, nothing goes to waste. Many of the larger scavengers have moved on, and it's now the turn of smaller organisms to comb the surrounding sediment for decomposing tissue. Organic fragments, or detritus, may enrich the sediments nearby for over a year. Invertebrates begin to colonize the bones. Worms, crustaceans, and mollusks like Musoctopus octopuses feed on leftover blubber or burrow into the nutrient-enriched sediment beneath the whale. Eel pouts pick the bones of any flesh left behind by the mobile scavengers. Over time, as the organic material is slowly depleted, the scavenger populations begin to decline. 1 year later, the scene changes dramatically as the whale fall enters the sulfophilic stage. This is by far the longest stage, lasting for 50 years or more. Many of the bones appear to have disintegrated, and there's a much smaller density of scavengers. However, the remaining skeleton supports a remarkable community of chemosynthetic bacteria that break down lipids trapped in the bones. This process releases sulfides, which support dense bacterial mats, mussels, clams, and worms. Polychaete worms, like the bone-eating Osedax worms, carpet the whale's bones in a fuzzy red fringe. These worms extract fats and oils from the marrow, which microbes inside their roots break down. A fourth stage, known as the reef stage, involves the solid mineral remains of the whale bones, providing a hard substrate for suspension and filter feeders to inhabit. On the abyssal plane, soft sediments prevent many sessile organisms from finding a solid surface to attach to. As a result, hundreds of years after death, a whale's corpse may still provide islands of abundance at the bottom of the ocean. Whale fall events play a crucial role in the deep-sea ecosystem, supporting diverse and complex communities that would otherwise not thrive in the energy-poor depths. The large biomass of whales and their high bone lipid content provide a nutrient-rich environment, sustaining various species. These events not only support existing species, but may also drive the development of new ones. For example, new bristleworm species have been discovered, uniquely adapted to whale falls. Whale falls can serve as evolutionary stepping stones, helping species adapt to other extreme habitats, such as hydrothermal vents and brine pools. These events demonstrate the deep sea's resilience and its capacity to foster new life in harsh conditions.